Okay, I want to welcome everybody to the Fellowship of Mental Health Hangout for Friday, August 21st, 2015. Today we will be talking about museums. It will be our first topic, and our second topic will be games. But first of all, as I always do, housekeeping. We don't do judgment here. We don't do therapy here. We have much respect for each other here. We try to keep it a PG rating.
Oh, Milan
And
just went off, but I'm fine.
okay, good deal, good deal. And we try to use I statements. I was going to try something new today, but I don't think I'll be able to do it. I've joined a couple of mental health communities, and I thought I could just wholesale invite the mental health communities on off of Google Plus or whatever, because those people are already kind of pre-screened, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, and since we're live on the air, I'm going to send out the invitations again. So, just in case I missed somebody. I was in a hangout last night, and we did have some technical difficulties.
Oh God.
Hangups, hangups in a hangout. So
Yeah.
okay, okay. So that's been posted again. Okay. So have you had a good week, Anastasia?
No, it's been a bit complicated because I've suffered some abuse online and had to change my phone number.
Oh gosh, I hate to say it, but that's becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two people sent me some very nasty text messages online from Skype, and I had to change my phone number.
Hmm. I wanted to make sure I muted my YouTube page. I've got that open. I've got the Google Plus page, so hopefully I'll be cognizant of what's going on.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, it's tough. You just have to cut your losses to move on, I guess.
Yeah, you do. And these two people were so-called friends, and
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm
I've
over it
noticed.
now.
You know, I just had my birthday this week, and the Beatles played at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium on the day of my birthday, and then the
Yeah.
next day, the very next day, August 19th, 1965, they played Houston, Texas, and they were only here for
Whoa.
like 8 or 9 hours. I mean, they flew in, did their concerts, and then they flew out or whatever. And the recordings in Atlanta are much better than the recordings here in Houston. But but, but that's another story. But I just thought to myself, eventually the Beatles did break up. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, people come together, they hang out for a while, they do great things together, and then they break up and move on. So that's it's I
I
guess a sad fact of life.
Yeah, they do, and it's a shame, but it's life.
Yeah, yeah, and then there are other groups to be formed down the line. So
Yeah.
it's a cycle. And
Yeah.
one of the things I did for my birthday was we went to the Holocaust Museum in here in Houston, Texas, and I would recommend that to everybody to go at least one time. And most cities in the world have Holocaust museums. I thought that was really fascinating. But so that's the first thing we're going to talk about, and just basically
Yeah.
how do you feel about museums?
Um, Most of them are very accessible to visually impaired people. Um, a lot of them are not, and
Yeah,
it's a disgrace when they're not accessible because it's a shame because I can't enjoy going. But when
yeah,
they are accessible, it's great because I can enjoy the history of them and what they're really about, and the history about the subject that they show.
yeah, and I think that has to do with when the museum was built. Quite frankly,
Yeah.
hmm uh, My sisters just got back from a trip they took to the great state, our birth state, where we were all born, the state of Tennessee, and they drove through Memphis, and they got to see Graceland, which is Elvis's home,
Yeah.
and which is now a museum. And so I thought that was kind of neat. I don't think they actually went to a museum in Gatlinburg. There is one in Gatlinburg.
Cool.
We have someone joining us, Angelo Vincentelli. I hope I pronounced your name right. Welcome, Angelo. We're just kind of hanging out here, so. But anyway, so museums, I think they do a couple of things, and I think the first thing they do is they oh, Lou says he taught astronomy in a local museum for a time. Okay, students for
Elizabeth's trying to get in.
okay, I'll send her another thing then. I thought she might be having school today because
She's probably finished work.
oh, okay. I know. I forget what kind of school she teaches, but I know most of the kids are going to go back here in Texas next Monday. Some of them have already gone back or whatever. Uh, but anyway, as we
he's left.
wait for Liz. Oh well, he just probably popped in.
Hey, Liz.
Hello.
Welcome, Liz. We're just talking about museums. My family has went to a couple of museums in the past couple of weeks, and I thought it'd be a nice thing to talk about. And but anyway, as I was saying, museums do a couple of things. Number one is they limit the past.
Yeah.
You know, we put the past in a box, and we can put the box over here, and we can come and go as we want to. So in one way, it's kind of a limit, but then the second thing they do is they keep the past alive.
Yeah.
Graceland's going to be there forever and ever and ever. And
Yeah,
the
they
Holocaust
preserve the
Museum.
past.
Yeah, that's right. But basically, it's a way of the two things together add up to managing the past. We want to manage the past, so that's probably a good thing. So.
Yeah.
Liz, have you found museums here in Texas to be accessible to you?
So and so. It's either really, really good or really, really bad. Sometimes they will they'll let me touch an exhibit, or sometimes it's really, really, really descriptive,
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not. So it's one of those you really got to be interested in whatever museum you're touring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same here in the UK.
And sometimes they will be really interactive, so like there will be a video or there'll be something,
Yeah.
something that can be enjoyed, but for the most part, not so much. But sometimes, yes, they can. Especially if there's a really big museum in the Houston area. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Houston is really blessed. We have a very big museum district. We only went to one. We went to the Holocaust Museum, and that was everybody felt down after that. And I'm like, let's go to a bookstore. So we went to a bookstore. Then after that, we went to Starbucks, and we went and had ice cream or whatever. But Houston has tons of museums. There's a bicycle museum down there, which we didn't get to go to. They have a fantastic children's museum, and plus all the arts type museums or whatever. So it's I mean, you could spend a whole week down in the museum district, which is also our theater district too. So, and never see everything. So.
Yes, you can. There is literally something for everybody in that theater district. Yeah. So even though museums are kind of boring,
there's something for everybody.
There's something, yeah.
Well, the Holocaust Museum was not boring at all. We had a tour guide, and they're called docents, which oh my gosh, Lou's got some bad economic news for us, I'm afraid. So I wish we could put that in a museum. Uh, the market, well, it's based on China. China is the old domino theory comes back to haunt us. China
Oh shit, yeah.
is having a time of it, and the last thing I heard about China was this morning that there are thousands of fish washing up on the shore because of that horrific chemical explosion or whatever. So we'll keep China and everybody in our thoughts. Uh,
Yeah,
but but you're right. There's something for everybody down there in the museum district or whatever. And as I say, you could spend a week and go to museums every day and still not see everything.
Yeah.
So um, and then I think the Alamo is a museum,
yeah,
Mhm.
but I can't remember. I can't remember if they've done. I'm sure they've tried to do things to make it more accessible uh, for people with disabilities, but I can't. It's been so long since I've been there. I can't re recall.
Mhm. I don't know.
Um,
Have you guys had any museum success in the UK or what?
yeah, yeah. There's quite a lot that's accessible.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of audio description, a lot of tactile museums, a lot of video description.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Lou says,
best the best one is the Eureka Museum in Halifax in Yorkshire.
yeah. Blue says he liked the Houston Zoo and Planetarium, and a zoo, I guess, is more like a living museum where we keep animals and things like that, or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's like I think they even have a petting zoo section.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna switch. I've not slept all night.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to
Hello,
switch. Hello.
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 It's Christian.
Welcome, Christian. We just heard you had a tough night, so
We've not slept all night.
yeah, I've heard you've had some problems with some people on the internet.
Yeah,
Really sorry to hear
yeah.
that.
We
Uh,
had to change our phone number, our Skype account, our
yeah,
email address, our Facebook, our Twitter.
yeah,
Oh my God, we've had a rough couple of months.
yeah,
You just can't catch a break.
yeah.
Nope.
But how are you feeling health-wise?
Um, Absolutely crap because we've got our allergy tests on Wednesday. Um,
But but you're still suffering the ill effects of your allergy?
yeah,
Okay.
we're in the
That's
call.
horrible.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. There's just when it rains, it pours, and
Yeah.
so okay. Well, does anyone else have any more comments about museums? And I just wanted to say that if you can't actually go to a museum, most of the videos that they have for the museum that I went to are on YouTube, and
Really
they've got
cool.
Really?
yeah, they've got the people the Holocaust survivors that wound up in the Houston area. They made tribute videos or memory videos. They interviewed them and they talked about their experiences in during the Holocaust and how they survived and what happened after that and everything. And they're all on YouTube. There's actually I think there's actually a virtual tour of the Houston Museum on YouTube as well. So if you can't actually go there, then you might be able to take a virtual tour online or whatever. So it's the age we're living in. Well, let's slide into our next topic, and
Yep.
I want to talk about games.
Cool.
Yeah, so everybody likes to play games, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, games are
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Yeah, I like to listen to the news. on the radio in the evening, and what I do is I have it's a weird kind of a solitaire that I've developed or whatever, and I sit there, I play the game, and I catch up on the news or whatever. So I I
We
like
love playing games on the iPhone.
yeah.
We like board games. We like playing battleships. We like playing Dice World on the iPhone. Trivia
Hmm.
Crack, True or False, things like that.
Yeah, I used to play Tetris on my cell phone, and then I changed cell phones, and the next cell phone didn't have it on there. So, uh, I
Yeah,
understand. Go
I
ahead.
would love to find an accessible version of Tetris.
Yeah.
There's Word Guest Collection. There's Worded. There's loads of different versions of it.
Okay.
If I find one, Liz, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Tetris, by the way, they say, I read this article, oh God, the other day, that Tetris can relieve alcohol and drug cravings.
Yeah, which gets me into my next point, which that they're using games for therapy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I checked on Amazon before I came here, and most of the games are for children, but there are some games that are for teens and adults or whatever, self
Yeah,
confidence building games and things like that, which I thought that'd be ideal for our community.
yeah.
And so I want to do some more research on that. So games are really, you know, they help you practice for life, and then they can actually be therapeutic or whatever. So and I use chess as my downfall. I used to play computerized chess or whatever, and I'd spend hours and hours doing that, and it got to be an addiction. So I had to give that up. But I'd love to
Well,
go back and play chess again. You know. So
we're still
well,
having to boil our water as well.
really, I thought that was just going to
Yeah,
be a couple of days.
no, still having to do it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
you don't play chess at all anymore?
no, not really. No. Uh, one reason is well, two reasons: a lack of time and a lack of opponents. But back to the boiling water. You know, there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just don't realize how precarious our water situation is. I mean, we had this thing. I guess it was about a week and a half ago, where the people from the EPA, who are the people that are supposed to protect our environment, they actually released some sludge and wastewater from the old gold mine in, I believe it was in Colorado. But if you know anything about the western United States,
Oh.
yeah.
the Colorado River provides water for, I'm guessing, more than 70% of the people in the Southwest. I'm
Not
guessing.
good.
No,
For
I
a
mean
lot of
that.
people in that area, though, like I would guess
Yeah.
like 50%, a lot of it.
Okay, so Blue doesn't really have any good news for us. He says the
Really?
markets have lost
Really?
3% of their value. Now
Oh
I
God.
know the New York Stock Exchange at a certain point they will stop if it falls so far so fast they will stop trade like for a half hour, and so if they have to do that, I think the trading day is going to end in about 40 minutes when
They
we
didn't
end.
they
Or
say that?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
didn't they say that it could cause another recession or something?
well, the thing about it is I'm not sure we're out of the last recession, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think we left the last one, but supposedly, I don't think
Hello?
Yeah,
we left the last one.
yeah.
Hello?
Hello,
It's
Oh,
Kat's
hello.
here.
who's that again?
What are you doing,
Kat's here.
Katsia? How you
Yeah,
doing today?
Jessica?
not good.
I have got to go get something to drink. I'm gonna die. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Permission granted to drink before you die. we'll, we'll try to keep everything together here. Um, So your mom's still having to boil the water over there?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Do they think they know how long this is going to last?
I don't know.
Well, you just have to keep doing it until they give you the all clear, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we were talking about we're having water problems in this country too.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, yeah. Just the
not
adult.
good.
No, the adults have got to be more careful when it comes to everybody's water supply. So
Not safe.
no, not safe at all. So you just want really be careful about that kind of stuff. So
Me not had sleep.
yeah, yeah. We were talking about that. I understand there's been some difficulties over there, and y'all have had to make a lot of changes. So
Yeah,
I'm really sorry to hear that.
it's not been good.
No, no, it hasn't.
It's been a
But
hard week.
but you will find out that change is the main part of life.
Yeah,
Everybody goes through changes every day. So
Wednesday's going to be hard. We're
I
off
haven't.
our antihistamines at the week.
Oh yeah,
We're
you
off
got
our
that.
antihistamines at the moment, and Wednesday's going to be difficult
You
because
have to
we've got
take.
the tests.
Yeah. Well, you just have to go through that and just focus on what happens on the other side of the test. They can get a handle on the allergies
Yeah,
and get you some a remedy for those allergies. So
find out what it is.
yeah, and then they can take care of it once they find that out. So
Yeah,
and let me check, see if anything's going on anywhere else. Looks like we're all good on the. Okay, looks like we're all good on the Google side, and I'll just check the YouTube page and see if anyone's watching us. And okay, my YouTube page didn't come up. Maybe I need to refresh it.
damn it, Ketia, you shouldn't have said that.
Who's that?
Gray,
Gray, how's it going?
not good. So I just had
Yeah,
to tell Ketia off because she said a bad word.
yeah, and she's understandably upset about everything that's been going on. So
Yeah, she is.
yeah, just have to be
You
patient
have to be. Yeah, you do.
and compassionate. So
Yeah.
I am trying to refresh my YouTube page
YouTube page.
because it didn't come up. So
Oh,
and they've
spoff.
and they've changed that a little bit. They've changed it. You go into my channel,
Yeah.
and then I think you go into Video Manager, and then they've got a live streaming, which I guess they've always had. Then you have to open that up,
Oh,
and
spoffles.
then to go it takes you to events, and then I thought I was there, but I needed to refresh the page. So
Oh, spoffles.
okay, it's coming up now.
Yay.
It's coming up now, and
Yeah, Ketia's just a bit upset.
yeah, yeah, I know it's been a tough.
I think she'll go to bed now because she's really, really tired.
Okay, so, well, that's
Ketia is
understandable.
anyway.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, but now you need to take your medicine before you go to bed, right?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they've changed the YouTube page a little bit. We're on there, but I can't actually
Yeah.
see how many people are watching us. So I don't know if that's a
Oh
good thing.
God.
Well, normally you'll say there's a little thing that'll say, two people watching or three people watching,
Yeah.
and it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that. They've changed the page a little bit, but no one said anything in the chat side of it. So okay,
Which is supposedly a good thing.
I don't know. It's neither good nor bad. It just simply is. So
Yeah.
and I think I've got everybody in that wants to get in. I noticed that the invitations I sent out, there was like a minute delay with
Yeah.
the invitations that I sent out. So, but all's well that ends well. So
Normally we get like a video called Ring, and we didn't get it, so we ended up going on Google Plus, and we saw the.
okay. Well, I sent one, and then I had to send another one to Liz or whatever. So maybe here again, maybe you have to be in the broadcast. I mean, before you can do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Blue is watching the markets.
Whoa.
What's the market in London?
I don't
Do you
know.
do you know offhand?
No.
I know the one in Japan is called the Nikkei. I know
Oh, is it footsie?
FTSE. Okay, okay. So
I think.
your markets are closed, so there wouldn't be anything going on there except maybe for after hours trading. And then of course it's the weekend over there. But Monday morning may be rough. Monday
Yeah.
morning may be rough because they're trying to manipulate the market to stop the slide, but it doesn't seem to be working. I know there are certain, not to go off into economics or whatever, but I mean it's important because it affects everybody eventually.
Yeah.
But if the market falls a great deal, they stop the trading. They stop the trading for like a half hour on the New York Stock Exchange, and to give everybody a chance to cool off, and then they open back up.
Yeah.
And then if it's still going down, they'll shut it down again. But we're within about a half hour of the close, I believe. I believe it closes at 4 p.m. Eastern time, which is
Think so.
about a half hour from now. So, which would be
Yeah.
9 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You take your medicine the time the New York
They're
Stock
closed.
Exchange closes, and they need to take
Yeah.
medicine today, evidently. So,
Yeah.
but
Interesting.
and the Chinese have tried to control their markets, and it really hasn't. They've had very, very limited success with that. So, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
Thanks for the updates, Blue. I don't keep up. I listen to. I love to listen to the marketplace report. They have one. It comes on here at 6:30 in the evening, and it's a half hour
Yeah.
of news or whatever, and it's very, very. And they're also teamed up with the BBC. So if anything happens overseas, we get to hear about it too, or whatever. So I'll be interested to hear that tonight. At the end of the week. So. What's the weather been like over there?
Sunny, raining,
Well,
mixed.
okay, well, par for the course. Our weather, uh, okay. Lou says we need to open up our umbrellas because there are falling stockbrokers everywhere or whatever. Ooh. That's a not so funny reference to what happened in 1929. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Like I was saying
No.
earlier, I don't think we're out of the last recession. I mean, the Fed keeps threatening to lower or to raise the interest rates, which I don't think they will because everything that I've heard, the economy, and it's based on China. I didn't know this, but China buys most of their raw goods from Brazil and Africa. So if their factories
Yeah.
slow down, and they were, my gosh, they were growing gangbusters over there. They had double-digit growth rates, and now I think the last I heard, I think they were down to about a 6% growth rate, it'd be great for us, but for them it's not so good. So they don't buy as much oil, which hurts America and all the oil-producing countries. They don't buy as much raw materials. They buy a lot of stuff from Brazil and Africa, and that in
Yep.
turn hurts those economies. So it's like if China has a cold, we cough. I mean, that's just how connected we are. So. But everything is a cycle, like I was talking about before. I mean,
Yeah.
you're having a bad stretch of personal luck right now, and hopefully that cycle will start to change Wednesday. As they put the
Yeah. Once
okay,
the test results come back,
okay.
everything should start to change.
So so he is saying that number is 4%. So, and he said earlier that they lost 3%. So they're right. They're very, very close to stopping trading for the day. So even if it doesn't go till 4 o'clock, they may stop it earlier. But in either case, it's a cycle, and as I started to say, your cycle will hopefully start to change Wednesday when they start to get a handle on your allergies and
Yeah.
the water problem. They'll fix the water problem. It's probably taking longer than they would like.
Yeah.
And our economy will come back. It may take longer than we'd like or whatever, but that's just the nature of cycles. So
The water problem, they're saying, could last till next Thursday.
well, okay, but I mean they've given you a day, so
Hopefully.
that's a hopeful sign. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's a light at the end of the tunnel, perhaps. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you just have to kind of keep things in perspective. So that's why I love studying Eastern religion, because there's no greater teacher of perspective than the Eastern religion folks. So.
Yeah.
hmm So. Oh, Blue says this is not really a cycle because it's manipulated and propped up markets. Yeah, that's what happened in the 1929 crash, was that everybody was buying on the margin, so everything was artificially inflated, and the bottom fell out. So that may be what's happening now.
My God.
Yeah, but there's not a heck of a lot I can do about it. And I'm not really in stocks anymore. I closed out my 401ks. I'm not really in the stocks. My father is. A lot of his retirements are based on stocks, and that's what I hate about the stock market, is that everybody can't retire when they want to. They have to wait for the stocks to be at a certain level to where they can retire. And I just had my 50th birthday, and I'm thinking about joining AARP. I haven't done it yet or whatever. I got to do some more research, but that's a really, really neat thing. And but anyway, they were saying that there's a lot of support in my country to keep Social Security going. Social Security is the government's retirement program, partial retirement, I should say. It was never designed to be anyone's full retirement. It was designed to be to supplement one's retirement. So
We have got to turn the AC on up in here.
okay. Lou says, "Happy birthday, Marvin. You're still just a kid." Well, at heart. When I was in high school, 50 years old, we had some teachers that were 50 years old, and let me tell you, 50 back then. It's probably like 70 now, or at least that's what we thought, And
Yeah.
I feel pretty good to be 50 years old, but let me tell you, I've worked really hard to feel this good. So, so children, start early and take care of yourselves. So,
I'm going to be 26. I'm going to be 26 in 12 days.
oh my gosh.
Hello. I noticed Katya's not out anymore, huh?
I believe we're
No,
talking
she's
with
gone to bed.
we're talking to Gray right
Anastasia.
now. Anastasia.
Grace.
Gray.
Anastasia, I'm back now. Grace,
Anastasia.
gone back
Okay.
inside. It's Anastasia.
Okay. Now, not to get off topic, but we were already off topic. Uh, in your system,
Yep.
Anastasia, your personality can take naps while the other personalities are awake.
Yeah.
That would be a great ability to have. So,
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can.
okay. So last night when you were saying you didn't get any sleep last night, was that the entire system?
The entire system didn't get. No, the whole system didn't get any sleep last night.
Or do you mean the body? Because sometimes
The body didn't get any sleep last night.
Okay.
The body didn't get any sleep.
How do you determine who sleeps in the body? Or is that a decision?
It's a decision.
Okay. So, like, is there a specific rotation? What determines who sleeps in the body?
I don't know. It depends who's out at the time.
Well, it's also sounds like it would depend on who needs sleep the most.
Depends on who needs it the most.
Okay. Okay. So, and that's why we call it a system, because on some level
Yeah.
it is working. So on
Yeah.
some level
Yeah.
for most of the time. So.
And
Okay.
you can do other things, like, okay, if the body is sleeping, can you go, you still have your own lives inside. It doesn't necessarily mean that you sleep inside, right?
We didn't get no sleep last night at all.
Okay. Because you can sleep inside. Like, okay, if you switch, somebody else can go inside
Yeah.
and sleep. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the
Yeah.
body and whoever's in the body is asleep.
But nobody got any sleep last night.
Damn, that sucks. Being sleepless is its own version of hell.
Yeah, it is.
Well, for me, when I've had to deal with insomnia, I always go into a meditation. So, and normally after a half-hour meditation, I will fall asleep. Anyhow.
Mm-hmm. My thing is always, even if you don't sleep, just lay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the meditation would come in. I had a friend that she kept waking up like at 3:30 every morning or whatever, and I said, well, could it be that maybe an angel or somebody is leading you into prayer or whatever? And so I think she tried to pray, and that helps too, or whatever. Anything to get your mind into a peaceful state. Lou says he was asleep for nearly 2 weeks up until last Sunday, and yep, it trashes out the body. The body nearly went without sleep for 7 days.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, he's had some health issues. I seem to recall him saying, and one of those was with the heat.
Yeah.
I started talking about our weather. Our weather, we had the horrific rains, for like a month or a month and a half, and then the next month we were bone dry, and so the last couple of days. Are you getting any rain up in your area, Liz?
Yeah, I got some rain. I got some today, and then we got some
Yesterday.
And oh my God, for once in our big Texas lives, it has finally it cooled off yesterday, and that is a miracle for where we live.
Yeah, yeah. I think, see, I think Wednesday we had a lot of clouds, which kind of kept the temperature down. And then on Thursday, we actually got some very good rain. It rained a little bit this morning, and they're saying it's probably gonna rain some more. I haven't seen the forecast. Oh gosh, I feel for you. Blue says it got up to, it's been over 100. We got up to 106 last week, or 105, and man, it was just so hot here or whatever. So,
Damn. Hello? It's Damon.
hey Damon, how's it going?
A bit mixed. The last night we had sleep issues and everything's
Yeah,
it's been traumatic, and
yeah.
we're trying to get there, and a bit of
Well,
perseverance and that.
well, you just kind of have to hang in there. I was told that you're going to have your allergy test on Wednesday,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we got
hopefully
that,
you'll.
and then the week after is our birthday, and
Right. Well. Happy early birthday. I
some of
think.
us are going to age, some of us are going to not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, happy birthday. Uh, and then the water is supposed to be back to normal by next Thursday. So hopefully you're
Yeah.
making progress on all those fronts.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
I worked with a young lady at an insurance company. This was many years ago, and within 1 year, she lost her mom, and then she lost her dad, and her little dog, who was the love of her life, came down with some kind of a disease. So she took him to a special hospital at the University of Georgia, and as she was driving back from that hospital, she totaled her car. Someone put out in front of her, and she totaled her car. So I mean, all this horrific stuff just within that 1 year. But you know what? She hung on, and she made it through that horrible time. So you know,
Well,
sometimes the only way out is through.
yeah.
So
Okay, what happened? She lost her mom, she lost her dad.
The dog was ill.
and she totaled her car.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and when it rains, it pours.
Oh, it rains. Oh my God, it pours.
And the good thing was she had a very good support system with her friends, and like I say, we worked at an insurance company, and the insurance company, everybody there was like family. So we kind of pitched in together
Yeah.
and helped her through that. So, but I
Luckily, we
mean,
get our
you talk,
results on Wednesday.
yeah,
Okay,
which
you get your results or you're doing the test? What are you doing?
We get the results and the test on Wednesday. We get them both on the same day.
Oh, okay. Because I know a lot of times when we
So
go
we
to
don't
lab.
have to. We don't have to wait.
Okay, cool. That's the part I wasn't sure about.
mhm.
We don't have to wait. Thank God.
Well, that's good. I mean,
At least you will know something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just kind of tough in the middle though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, Elizabeth, what are you having to drink?
Oh, I grabbed a beer. I'm a bit
Okay.
off work.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so
Somewhere, and it's Friday.
I was going to guess you were having a sweet tea, but I I would have I would have been wrong.
There we go. Never.
I like a beer every now and then, but to me it's no big thing. It's no big thing anymore,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not what it used to be. It used to be, this really cool thing. Now it's more like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
more
have
like
a
okay,
beer,
off work. That's it. You know.
yeah, or a glass of wine with your meal or something. It's really no big thing.
That's it. I
Mhm.
might have another one with my. I made beef tips today. I also went and checked on those to make sure. Well,
Oh
okay.
yeah, you did, didn't you?
I made okay. I made some yesterday, and then the neighbors came over with their kids, and of course we fed them, which meant we ran out of beef tips yesterday. So I added some more meat and some more seasonings. Oh, and the bell pepper I forgot to buy yesterday.
Uh, so so now, when do you get to go over there and have supper?
Okay. Yeah, man.
I mean, that's how it should work, right?
Oh, that's how what should work now?
You
So
know,
you got to go and have supper with them.
yeah, yeah. Thursday at my place, next Tuesday at your place. I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, that's how it works. Yes.
Well, that's great. I've never actually had any food with my neighbors.
We haven't actually.
No, no, no. I mean, we're on speaking terms or whatever, but the one guy that lives next to us, he's a widower, so I don't think he cooks very much. And then my dad doesn't cook very much anymore, and I certainly don't cook it very much. And then
The other girl that lives on the other side, like I step out on my back porch and she's within hollering distance, within calling distance. She has three boys, and
wow.
they are a handful.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Yeah, they really are a handful. But
Yeah.
they're cool. They're just really energetic, and you have to pay attention to what they're doing. And anyway, she's about to pop.
Mhm.
Ugh.
She's having a baby, like in the
Oh
next.
God.
So do they know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl?
It's another boy.
Ooh, 4 boys.
Oh
Ooh,
my god. Yeah.
yeah.
And the other one is good. The other one that's across the street that came over yesterday, they're girls. So, yeah, you can imagine they're in seventh heaven.
Yeah.
So, but it was worth it. They're pretty cool.
My mum doesn't know what to get me for my birthday because I'm gender neutral.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would get the gift of music
Yeah.
because music has, well, I guess some music has a gender, but most music doesn't have a gender. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
music is music.
exactly.
Yeah.
Music. She should do music. Maybe books.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Oh,
She
in
has
my
got my present now, but she
okay.
didn't know what to get me, so she just got me some random stuff.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what. I know she's got me a bracelet, but I don't know anything else.
okay. Well, in my family, we tend to do experiences rather than
Yeah.
gifts because every one of us has so much junk. So we'll go out and if it's someone's birthday, like my sister took me to the museum, that was my birthday present. They, and plus they actually brought me. The other museum they went to was the Martin Luther King. I think it's called the Civil Rights Museum at the Lorraine Motel, which is where he was assassinated or whatever. They've turned that into a museum, and they actually bought me a couple of books from there. But we tend to go light on the presents. Now my little niece, for Christmas and birthdays, everybody gets her a present, But
yeah, for children, it's different. Yes.
yeah, but being an adult, if I want something, I buy it. I don't wait and say, well, I'd like to have this for my birthday, and we tend to do more of the experiential thing. We'll go out and have a meal together for my father's
Yeah, I'm
birthday, or
the same way. We do too. We go
We
out.
we go out for meals and that.
yeah, yeah. But we have so many things. I've been doing a little bit of housework in my father's house and also my house or whatever,
Mhm.
and it's not as bad as it. Uh, Lou says he had three boys, and thank God we never had girls. Okay, well, I've heard different stories. I know I don't have children, but I've heard stories about boys when they grow up, they run off, you know, and you only see them during holidays, and then but the girls, and this is true in my family, the girls tended to stay closer to home than the boys did. So when my parents moved to the Houston area, I stayed behind in Atlanta, and then my brother stayed behind in Atlanta as well. And then he moved to the Big Bend
Oh
area.
God, Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah, and but my sisters till this day have stayed, close to my parents. I mean, within 20 miles of my parents. Okay. Now, Blues
Yep.
says books, toys, and equipment, telescope, camera, lens, radio equipment. Okay. That's if you want to get Blue a present for either Christmas or his birthday, those are the things that he would like. Being a ham radio operator and an amateur astronomer. So
Yeah.
Oh,
What time is
guys,
it?
I'm going to drop because I've got to make a phone call at 3 o'clock.
okay. Well,
All right.
thanks for joining in.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yep.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was awesome.
Alrighty. Uh, Now the answer to your
I'll
question,
call you tomorrow.
she's already dropped off. So,
Oh.
but the answer to your question is I've got 9 minutes till 9 your time.
All right.
So, and
Oh, crumbs. I just nearly dropped a box on the floor.
oh gosh,
That's no good.
yeah.
Clumsy me. Dropping stuff
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay, I've got an update on people that are watching us. There's one person watching us, and the reason why, I guess if there's 0 people watching you, it won't tell you that. So it won't say 0 people watching you. So
No.
there's one person watching us. So, and normally there's people that watch us later on. I think Chance likes to watch. I think Chance likes to listen to it if she doesn't get to participate or whatever. So, and she's got some stuff going in her life too. So she's I don't think I'm telling tales out of the school, but she's been on a job search, and she's had some mixed results with that. So, and I'm thinking about going back to work too or whatever. So, but going to be limited part time. Oh,
Yeah.
Blue, I agree. Blue says there's nothing like the feel of. Oh, I agree. I can take a book to bed with me and not have to worry about turning it off if I fall asleep. And they're just, I don't know, they're just so handy. And now I'm to the point now where I've forgotten the stuff that I read 20 years ago, so I can go back and reread those books. And they're like, hey, you know, I read a book about Madame Kaishek, who was the wife of a dictator. There's no other way around it. And they were all corrupt. But basically, I read some stuff about her that I knew I had read in some other book, but I couldn't remember it because I read about Douglas MacArthur and Harry Truman and all these different people, and I know I had to come across some of the same material, but it's gone. which makes you wonder about doctors and lawyers who graduated from school 30 years ago. But now, of course, they do their stuff every day, so that's how they are able to recall it or whatever, because they're doing stuff every day. Yeah. Blue says we read online books, but the experience is just not the same. No, but it's not the same. And I'll be honest with you, the only reason I will read something online is if that's the only way to get it.
Yeah.
A lot of the books that I read are religious books or whatever, and sometimes the only place you can find them, you know, in a cheap, accessible way is online. So some of the classic New Thought books that are audio books, you know, when I was driving, I would drive. Work was like 25 miles from here, but the traffic was so bad it would take me like, well, depending on when normally it would take me 45 minutes, but there were times when it would take me an hour to get there and an hour to get back, and so I like to listen to audiobooks, but generally, you know, I've got on a news station, and there's really only one news station now in the Houston area. Well, there's two. There's a Fox radio station, but I don't consider them to be news. They're more like a propaganda outfit. But I listen to NPR, so that's our equivalent of the BBC.
Yeah.
So, or I guess more like the BBC World Service, because it's mostly news. So.
I've nearly done my meds.
Oh, okay. You need to get a glass of water?
No, because I'm not taking my antihistamine.
Oh, okay. So you won't be falling down the stairs this evening?
No.
Okay.
Done them. But I need to... Oh, no, I need to reach over now and put this box in the damn bin. Get in the bin, you stupid box. Done it.
Okay.
Sorted it.
Okay, well, we're coming up on the hour, and hopefully the stock market will close and take the weekend off, and we'll sort things off on Monday, but
eye drops gone everywhere again.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we're coming on the end of the hour, so I'm gonna sign off the
YouTube.
on the YouTube. So, and I just want to tell everybody that we will be back next week at the same time, 2 p.m. Central Time USA, and then and we'll do it like we did do this week. We'll do an hour live, and then up to an hour on the private side. So, and the topic, I have the topic, but I'm not going to announce it until we get closer to next week. So thanks everybody for watching.